Hello all, welcome to Learn and Share. Or today I will discuss about the one more important topic, which is of from Block 2 and Unit 2 and Unit 3, which covers the automata part, which is state machines and regular expressions and languages. So before starting these topics, I would like to tell you that 3 to 4 questions are asked from these two topics. बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स हैं ये और इसमें आज की वीडियो में जो मैं आज के लेक्चर में स्पेशली मैं जो बात करूँगा वो बात करूँगा कि जो बेसिक इंट्रोडक्शन है और जो बेसिक एलिमेंट्स हैं फाइनाइट स्टेट मशीन को समझने के लिए हम उसकी बात करेंगे। तो सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे कि लैंग्वेज अल्फ़ाबेट्स क्या होते हैं और अल्फ़ाबेट्स के बाद लैंग्वेजेस क्या होती हैं। फिर हम बात करेंगे कि एक्सप्रेशंस किस तरह से जनरेट किए जाते हैं, रेगुलर एक्सप्रेशन जिनको हम बोलते हैं। एंड देन वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द क्लीन क्लोजर डेफिनेशन एंड some questions and examples that are asked in your previous exams, as well as the examples important concepts with the help of these examples. Okay, so सबसे पहले जब हम बात करते हैं तो हम बात करेंगे कि अल्फ़ाबेट्स क्या होते हैं। ठीक है, तो अल्फ़ाबेट्स क्या होते हैं। सो अल्फ़ाबेट्स इज as we know that alphabets are A to Z, right? From the from our childhood we have know that the alphabets are A to Z, right? 26 alphabets, but in finite automata machines or in these alphabets are nothing but the combination of some letters, numbers and all, right? So first of all, the alphabets, the spelling of alphabets will be it is denoted by this symbol. Okay, and is a finite and non-empty sets of symbols, non-empty sets of symbols, right? Set of symbols. So means this definition says that it must be a finite and non-empty, right? So the some of the examples that you can say that they are the alphabets is that this is the alphabet which contains all the alphabet letters in English language. So we say that this is the set which is finite because it contains only 26 letters, right? And again it is non-empty because it contains some elements or letters which are 26 in counting. The second example for that is this is like 0 and 1, which is again a finite set because it has only two elements, right? And there's some other example. It can be like we have this type of set which is a set of natural numbers, but it's not finite, right? It's not finite because there are infinite numbers or infinite elements in this set. When we say that it is a set of natural numbers, so there are infinite numbers, right? So this is not alphabet. So remember these two things. Okay, if in exam they ask you about the what is an alphabet, they can be asked this questions. And when you are when you will create a finite machine, right, which is known as deterministic finite machine, and that I will explain you in my next video tomorrow, right? At the same time, this is okay. in the evening, right? So when we will use this concept of alphabets, because DFA or deterministic finite automata machine is a set of five tuples, and alphabets is one of the members of those deterministic finite automata machines, right? So okay, come back to this. So you must know about these basic things before you know about the finite state machines, right? So another topic or another basic element is string, right? A string. So a string is a finite sequence, right? Is a finite sequence of symbols symbols of uh, of symbols, right? So I have written some, no, not some, but all the symbols that are in the alphabets of symbols. Okay, sorry. Symbols from some alphabets, right? Symbols from some alphabets. And you know about the alphabets. Alphabets is nothing but a finite and non-empty set of some elements or letters or something, which can be number or ABC or whatever it is, which is finite, right? So a string is again a finite sequence. It is a sequence, finite sequence of symbols from some alphabets. So कोई भी अल्फ़ाबेट हो सकता है यहाँ पे, चाहे वो अल्फ़ाबेट्स का हो चाहे वो नंबर्स का हो, और हम उसमें से अगर कोई सीक्वेंस जनरेट करते हैं, so that is called the string, right? So examples, for example, we can say that x y z, right, is a string, right? Is a string, is a string over an alphabet, right? Over an alphabet, which is this that I just told you in my previous examples, or the first alphabet, right? A B C to Z, right? So XYZ is a string, because this is again a combination of these alphabets or these elements in the alphabets, right? Okay, and let me take another examples. So if we have this this string, right, 10110, so this is a string, right? It is a string over which alphabet? Over an alphabet containing 0 and 1, right? This is over this, right? So let me take another example. If you have still any doubt, so we have this right, 1011201. So it is a string over an alphabet which contains three elements, or three alphabet, 0 1 2, three elements in this alphabet, right? So this is a finite set which is non-empty, so again it's alphabet, and then it is an alphabet. We can make any combination using the 0 1 and 2, and every combination will be a string, right? Okay, so now move to the another basic concept, which is your which is the language, right? Which is the language. But before that, we must know about some operations of related to this string, which is the first is length. So what will be the length of a string? So length of a string is denoted by this symbol, right? So this is nothing but the number of symbols in that string. Number of symbols in that, in a string, right? In a string, in any string, right? So for example, we have this string, right? This string 10110. So 10110. So the length of this string will be 1 2 3 4 5 because there are 5 symbols in this string. For this we can say 1011201. So again this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So the length of this string will be 7, like that. So another example, which is xyz, which is a string, right? So the length of this string is 3. Okay, so they ask you in your exams these type of questions, right? In of 1 mark or 2 mark. So you must remember these things, right? Now the interesting thing is, if we have a string which is this, for example, uh, this is epsilon, right? Is the empty string, is the empty string, is the empty string. Then can you tell me, can you guess the length of this string is? So length of this string is, if I say that this string is length of this symbol, right? Length of this string is 0, right? Because this is a empty string which is 0. Okay. Now another thing that we can explore from these two concepts is, right, if they ask you in exams and they have asked some questions like that, the set of strings, right? So the set of strings, of length k, right, of length k, and in which k is greater than equal to 1, right? K is greater than equal to 1. So it will be denoted by as, is denoted, so let me tell you that this is the question. If they ask that generate some set of string, generate set of string, right? Generate set of strings of length k, and the alphabets is your AB. Over the alphabet A comma B. Over the alphabet is this, and A comma B, right? So or they can ask you that what will be the set of strings of length k when the k is greater than or equal to 1 over the alphabet A comma B. So what does it mean? So it means that you have to generate some set of strings in which it must be a string which has length 1. Means ऐसी string आपको A कॉमा बी, जो कि 2 अल्फ़ाबेट्स हैं, इनसे मिलके बनानी है, कम से कम उसकी लेंथ कितनी होनी चाहिए? 1 से कम नहीं होनी चाहिए. इसका मतलब ये है कि एक्सेप्ट द एम्प्टी स्ट्रिंग you can take any symbols anytime, right? So let me generate some strings. So if I generate some string for length 1, right? So denote it as length 1. Okay, so length 1. So it will be either, it can be A or B because these are only the two symbols. तो उसमें या तो A हो सकता है या B हो सकता है. ठीक है. अगर हम इनका कॉम्बिनेशन लेंगे तो क्या होगा? लेंथ उससे ज़्यादा हो जाएगी. तो इस स्ट्रिंग की लेंथ कितनी है? 1. इसकी स्ट्रिंग की लेंथ कितनी है? 1, बिकॉज एक सिंबल है. अब अगर हम बात करते हैं, क्योंकि ये कह रहे हैं कि भाई k से ज़्यादा, मतलब 1 से ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए. इट मस्ट बी ऑफ मिनिमम ऑफ 1 लेंथ, बट मैक्सिमम they have not specified, right? So if I take the length of 2, which I can take because he is asking about the case greater than 1. So in that case, what will be the combination of A and B of length 2, which will be, we can take A या BB या फिर AB या BA. So we can generate this type of strings of length 2. Again, क्योंकि क्या है, k की वैल्यू 1 से बड़ी है और बराबर है, तो 1 लेंथ की तो a और कॉमा b हो गए, 2 लेंथ के क्या हुए, a b b a b b a, and we can take as well 3, right? So it will be a a b b b, then a b b, right? Then b a b, then b b a, right? Or what can be other options? It can be b a a, right? Then it can be a b a, right? So these are the options, right? uh, which can be generated, or these are the strings which can be generated using these symbols, right? So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, okay. So we are left with one of the strings we have missed, okay, the one combination of one string, right, which is your uh, which is we have this combination of a, then we have a uh, ABB, or we don't have this, okay. We just forgot about the A B, right? So when you are generating such type of strings from the symbols by taking the length of 3, so you must be careful that what can be the combinations, okay. So they are not going to ask you generate the more than 3 length, I think, because it will be very complex, and that will be 16 combinations, I think, because of these two symbols, right? Here you can note down one thing, this is of one length, okay. So there are, because there are two symbols and of length 1, then it will be 2, then two symbols again of length 2, so it will generate 4 combinations. Here we have two symbols again, and by taking the 3 each time, because it is of length 3, so then it will be of it will contain 3 strings, right? So this is how you generate some strings over the alphabets. Alphabets is not your like your A B C D E F G. It can be 0 1, it can be 0 1 2, it can be 0 1 2 3, it can be A to Z, which is small or capital. It can be anything, but which is non-empty and finite. Remember this definition. It is going to help you a lot, right? Okay. Now we can concatenate some strings, right? We have some properties of strings, which is first is your concatenation, right, or concatenation. So which comes from the concatenate, right? This word is so concatenate means if we have two strings like w1 and w2, so it can be concatenate in this way, that if w1 and w2, right, so it will be like w1 plus w2, and again if we have w2 w1, so it will be w2 plus w1, right, which are the two strings. And remember w1 w2 is not equal to w2 w1, is not equal to, right, is not equal to. It can be equal to in some cases, but it is not equal to, because let me show you some examples for that. Okay, let me take some examples. So you have this string, which is W1, and over alphabet A comma B it can be AB, right? Another is W2, which is AA, let's say, right? So if you concatenate these two strings, W1 and W2, it will be W1 plus W2. Then it will be AB first and then A. And on the other hand, if I keep W2 first and then W1, then it will be W2 plus W1, right? And now we have this W2 is AA and W1 is AB. Okay, so these two are not equal. So we can have more examples, right, of this concept, so you know it, right? So this is this is your very basic things, and we have another basic elements of related to string, and you must know about that if we have this another concept is prefix. So prefix of a string. So what is prefix of a string? So prefix of a string is nothing but your if some letters or some sequence is occurring before before a string, right? A specific string, like we can say that, for example, if we have this string ABC, so then we can say that A, AB, and also ABC, right? Because it is prefix of this, because ABC is before this empty, right? So A, AB, and ABC are the prefixes of W, are prefixes of W, are prefixes of W, right? So if they ask you in the exam, so it is not that only the A is the prefix of BC or B is the prefix of C, right? But it can be A, it can be AB, it can be ABC, because we also consider the empty strings, right? Because in one of the examples, when I just discussed about the length of the string, so I just told you the length of the empty string is 0, right? So this is the concept of prefix. Again, the concept of postfix, right? Just opposite to prefix, we have the postfix of a string. So if I take this example again, same example, so in which the C and C, BC and ABC, right? ABC are the postfix, are the postfix or fixes of string W, right? Okay, so then we have a concept like substring of a string, right? Substring. Remember, these are small topics or small elements related to this finite state machine or finite automata, but it is very important, because they ask you many questions from these two topics. Apart from a big question which is about to create a or design a finite state machine or Mealy or Moore machine, which is another type of questions they ask. But they also ask some basic or questions from these definitions, right? So you must clear all the concepts of automata by learning these topics, right? So quickly I will explain you the substring, right? So substring is like subset of a set, like B is a substring. B is a substring of W. W is, again, I'm not taking a new example, but B is a substring, right? Because we can generate another string from this. So AB is another substring, ABC is another substring, right? So substring is nothing but the part of that string, right? Okay. Now we have another thing which is known as language. So so I leave you from this concepts in this video. Otherwise, the video or this lecture is going to be very long. So I don't want to just bore you from by creating a long video, right? So wait for the another video, and I will be uploading continuously until your exams or until you have any doubt. Please ask me. And okay, then watch this video again and again so that these two things must be clear and must be in your mind when you are studying about a language and finite state machines in the upcoming videos. So it's going to be a 3 to 4 video series of these topics, and each video will be of 15 to 20 minutes. So you can watch these videos and learn from this and make notes. And thank you very much. And I will also ask. I will ask. I will discuss the questions that has been asked in your previous papers, which is 2021 and February 2022, right? Okay. Thank you very much.